Alright, so this lead going right through the hole there.
Hi, it's Daniel Murphy, and if you're into cutting trees and rigging trees, I think you're really going to enjoy these videos. There's a couple of sweet cuts coming up here, probably some stuff you've never seen before. I hadn't actually seen some of this stuff before because I made it up as I was going here. And there's a nice piece of tip tying coming up here. I don't tip tie often. Most of the time you don't need to do that. In this situation though, there was one limb that was out of my reach. The only way to keep it off this maple tree was to tip tie it. So here are a few scenes from this removal, 2 big pine trees. I'm actually hoping to put up an unedited piece of the majority of this removal so you can take a look at that whole process. So check this video out and let me know what you think.
Let the sun shine. Alright, so that's kind of a problematic limb right there. Probably should get a rope on that. Swing it out. Might even want to swing it over to here. I'm always looking for a different way, but it's right over that maple. Nothing's going to stop it from coming in there. I got to tip tie that.
So it's this limb on the left that's out over the maple, and it's very, very close to the maple tree. There's a lot of lower limbs. There's just no way this limb can come down. And I'm out of reach with the bucket truck. I can't get out far enough to cut it into small pieces and handle it. So the way to handle that is, rather than spider leg it, which you see a lot of that on video these days, the best way to handle this, if you can have an overhead rigging point that's somewhat offset, you can tip tie it, and as it starts to fall, the butt will drop down, lifting the tips back up and away and swinging to the side away from the maple tree here. Let's see what that looks like.
I just went down, got a rigging line and a pole to set some lines with. I want to get this thing out of my way first. That thing looks like it's leaning, but it had so much back pressure from the grain of this wood that. Alright, so I'm going to bomb out this right lead, then tie off this left lead. And I don't like all those sticks below me, but they are what they are for now. I'm not going to go chase them.
My main objective here is going to be to set that rope high and off as far away from me out here to the right as possible. So this tree is going to get stripped out anyhow. I'm going to strip it as high as I can reach with the bucket. I want to get the rope as high as possible too, because we're going to use it for a pull line later. And the higher the lowering line is set, the better angle you're going to have for swinging that limb away. Definitely want to get that hanger out from over my head. And I probably should have cut those other two that were right in front of me, because I end up reaching up to get them later on. But I'm just trying to get these branches cleared out, because it's got to be done anyhow, and then make some room, to throw that rope up through a couple branches. There's not going to be that much weight coming down the rope, so I don't need a block or a ring. A couple of these pine limbs, as long as it's over 2 or 3 of them and they're fairly sizable limbs, it's not going to be a problem here. It is very important that I offset this line though, because if that lowering point is right directly over my head or behind me, when that limb swings, those tips are just going to swing right back in my face, which is no fun.
I'm just going to set this rigging line up here. Use the pole saw to tie it out, tip tie it, cut it low, and hopefully it doesn't swing back towards me. It's always a good thing. It's not going anywhere. I'll dirty up my rope a little.
Upon reviewing this piece of video here, maybe there is a reason to leave that limb there. See, I'm reaching out with the handsaw to grab the rope. If that limb wasn't left on the back side of this tree, if it's over right there, I'd had to reach out further. Of course, the pole saw was right there, so it could have been done. But I'm not 100% sure if that's why I left that limb there or not. But it worked out. I'm having to cut it out of my way now because I want a clear path for the rope. So my objective here is to tip tie this rope pretty far, and I have a good bit of reach with this 12-foot pole saw. Now if I didn't have as much reach, I could tie the rope off lower, but I just have to cut it lower to make sure that it was plenty butt heavy here. In this case, I had a nice angle to set that rope and tie it off with a running bow line. So now we've got a nice high tie off here. All I have to do is come down and cut the thing and it should swing away. There's almost no way there's going to be a problem. It just can't swing into this maple at this point. You'll notice here with the running bow line, I like to leave a lot of tail in my bow lines there. I don't like tying them short. You could back them up with like a Yosemite tie off or a half inch or something, but as long as you leave a nice long tail like that and it's set and dressed properly, you shouldn't have a problem.
All right, take one.
Notice how far I'm coming down on this limb, and because that line is nice and tight there, there's just no way that piece can swing down into the maple. When this butt drops, those tips are going to come back towards the overhead rigging point. So here's a close-up of the cut. You can see there were some hinge fibers at play here. And to be honest with you, I never used this cut before. I just made it up on the fly here, trying to get the piece to move away from me and the butt to swing down as soon as the cut was made and get a little bit of movement to the top before it let go. So it seemed to work out nicely. The tips came right back off the maple, and I certainly had fun setting it up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.